Hello everyone, I am Akanksha Sharma. Welcome to my channel English Only Zone. Today we'll study a poem, The Patriot. It's written by Robert Browning. It's a very touchy poem. Let's go ahead. Let's study the key points of the poem first. This poem is a dramatic monologue and it's a narrative story like. It means that when you'll read this poem, you'll feel like a story is going on in front of you. And as it is a monologue, it means only one character is talking here, that is, only the patriot is talking. He is narrating the happenings of his own life. The next point is Roman numerals between stanzas to show time frame. Roman numerals are written between the stanzas to show what happened next. The patriot is welcomed after a grand victory. Here in the poem, the patriot is welcomed after a grand victory. The crowd welcomed him with flowers, bells, and cries. The people were welcoming him by throwing flowers in the path and ringing bells and shouting. Exactly after a year, he was taken to gallows. But now something happened, and exactly after a year of his grand welcome, he was taken to gallows, he was taken for execution. The same people wanted to see him hanged. The people who earlier gave him flowers, who earlier were shouting, welcoming him, the same people wanted to see him hanged today. He died in a hope of getting reward from God. Now, he was so optimist that he died in the hope of getting reward from God. He said that if the people have not rewarded me for my good deeds, there is no need to worry. God is there to reward me. It shows that people are fickle minded. The people who earlier welcomed him in such a good way, the same people were ready to see him hanged. The poem shows the spirit of optimism. The spirit of optimism of the patriot was shown in the poem. Let's study some important lines before moving to the explanation of the stanzas. The first line is, the house roof seemed to heave and sway. To heave means to heave means to breathe heavily. And to sway means to move from side to side. But here in the context, heave means that people were lifting up and down to have a look of this patriot, and they were swaying side to side. It means that many people were standing on the roofs to have a look of the patriot. The next line is, the air broke into a mist with bells. It means that the church bells were rung to welcome the patriot. It was I who leaped at the sun. It means it was the patriot who did something impossible. Leaping at the sun means to do something impossible or extraordinary. The next line is, you see my harvest. It means, you see my reward. What reward I have got. What result I have got. At the shambles gate means at the place of execution. It means where the people are hanged publicly. By the very scaffold foot, it means near the platform where the criminal is executed by hanging or by cutting off his head. The next line is, paid by the world, what dost thou owe me? These lines are said by God. When you are paid by the world, then you do not need to ask anything to me. It's God shall repay, I am safer so. Here the patriot says that God will surely repay me and for the good deeds done by the patriot. So he is safe in going in God's hands and he is safe in dying. Now let's move on to stanza-wise explanation of this poem. It was roses, roses all the way, with myrtle mixed in my path like mad. The house roofs seemed to heave and sway. The church spires flamed, such flags they had, a year ago on this very day. So here the patriot is telling the story exactly 1 year ago, what happened in his life, when he was welcomed by his countrymen on his grand victory. It was really a grand welcome. It was roses, roses all the way, with myrtle mixed in the path like mad. So, when he was welcomed, people had thrown roses in the path mixed with myrtle. And why the people had thrown these things? To welcome this patriot. The word roses tells the passion, the love people had for in their heart for this patriot. And it has been repeated, the word roses has been repeated to show the luxury. The people were standing on the house roofs and they were jostling about to have a look of this patriot. The house roofs seemed to heave and sway, means the people were standing on the house roofs and they were trying hard just to have a look of this patriot. The church spires flamed, such flags they had. Even the church spires means the tall pointed structures of the church. So even the church spires flamed, such flags they had. The churches were decorated and they were beautifully decorated with the bright colored flags. And because of these bright colored flags, colors such as yellow or red or orange were used. It seemed that the church spires were in flames. And when all this happened? Exactly a year back on this very day. Now I have also written the explanation of stanza 1. The key points are here. If you want, you can have the screenshot of this stanza. Okay. Now the second stanza. The air broke into a mist with bells. The old walls rocked with the crowd and cries. Had I said, good folk, mere noise repels, but give me your son from yonder skies. They had answered, and afterward, what else? It means the church bells were rung to welcome the patriot. The air became misty. It means nobody could hear or see anything except the sound of ringing of bells. The old walls of the town were shaking with the crowd and their cries, their shouting. The people were welcoming the patriot and they were shouting, calling out his names to appreciate him. Had I said, good folk, mere noise repels, but give me your son from yonder skies. They had answered, and afterward, what else? Now see, he was considered such an amazing hero, or he had so much fan following, that if he would have said to the people that people, mere noise repels. Noise is really hateful. Repels means hateful. I don't want to hear your noises. But give me your son from yonder skies. But give me the sun from that sky. Give me the sun which is present in that sky. Even to this impossible thing. See, getting sun from the sky is nearly impossible. So even to this impossible thing, they would have answered. And afterward, what else? They would have answered, okay, we will bring the sun for you. And after this, what else you want? So you can see that the people, the countrymen, were ready to do anything for this patriot. Do you remember Wing Commander Abhinandan? When he came back to India, there was so much shouting, cheering and music for him. If at that time he would have said, I don't want your noises, I want something else. And if he would have asked for some precious thing, maybe the people would have definitely agreed to give him that. So it was just a point to relate with the present scenario. See, the explanation of the second stanza is also given. So if you want, you can have the screenshot. Now the third stanza. Alack, it was I who leaped at the sun, to give it my loving friends to keep. Not man could do, have I left undone. And you see my harvest, what I reap. This very day now a year is run. Alack, here this patriot is sad. He is using this word alack. It means alas. It was I who leaped at the sun. It was the patriot who tried to do something extraordinary. It was the patriot who tried to do something nearly impossible. And for whom? For whom he did this impossible thing? for his countrymen, for his loving friends, for his admirers. Not man could do have I left undone. Not a single thing he had left undone what a man was able to do. He tried to do everything what a man could do. He tried his best to please his countrymen, and you see what reward he had got. And you see my harvest, what I reap. It means you see what the reward I have got, what I have reaped, what the result I got. This very day, now a year is run. Exactly a year after the grand welcome by the countrymen, you see what the result I have got. So this is the explanation of stanza 3. If you want, you can have the screenshot of it. Now you see, the first two stanzas were about his past life. That is what happened a year ago. And from third to the sixth stanza, he talked about his present life. In the fourth stanza, he says, "There's nobody on the housetops now. Just a palsied few at the windows set. For the best of the sight is all allow at the shambles gate, or better yet, by the very scaffold's foot I trow." Here the patriot says that today there is nobody on the housetops. See what a sharp contrast he has created here. Earlier, when he was welcomed by his countrymen, by the same countrymen, there were so many people on the housetops. His path was filled with roses and myrtle. But today, there is nobody on the housetops even to have a look of him. And there were no people around. Just a palsied few at the windows set. Only few paralyzed people were sitting at the windows and where the rest of the people had gone. They had gone at the shambles gate. For the best of the sight is all allow at the shambles gate. Because for all the other people, the best sight is at the shambles gate. And I earlier told you the meaning of shambles gate. It means the place of execution where the criminal is publicly executed. Or even for the better view. They can see my execution by being at the shambles gate, but for even a better view, they would have all gone to the scaffold's foot. It means they would have gone near the scaffold, near the platform where I will be hanged or killed by cutting off my head. I trow. I trow means I believe, I think. I think that the people would have gone to shambles gate, and even for a better view, they would have gone at the scaffold, near the scaffold, to see how I was executed, or how I will be executed. This is the explanation of stanza 4. It has 2 pages in stanza 4. Now the stanza 5. I go in the rain and more than needs. A rope cuts both my wrists behind. And I think by the feel my forehead bleeds. For they fling, whoever has a mind, stones at me for my ears' misdeeds. The patriot says, today I am walking in the rain. A rope cuts both my wrists behind. And a rope is tied in the wrist. My hands were held back and a rope is tied in the wrist so that, and that too so tightly, that he feels the rope is cutting his wrists. More than needs means unnecessarily. The rope was tied so tightly that the patriot thinks that the rope is cutting his wrists. And I think by the feel my forehead bleeds. Now as his hands are held back, they are tied back, so he cannot touch his forehead and see whether it's bleeding or no. So he can just feel that his forehead is bleeding. For they fling, whoever has a mind, stones at me for my ears' misdeeds. Because whoever had a mind, whoever thought, they started throwing stones at me. And why they threw stones at me? For the ears' misdeeds. For whatever misdeeds, according to the people, according to the countrymen, whatever misdeeds I did in the past year, they threw the stones at me for all the misdeeds. Was the patriot really wrong? No, he was not wrong. He only tried to please his countrymen, but he was unable to satisfy them, and so he got death as his punishment. He tried to do something to please his countrymen, but he could not come up to their expectations, and so he was punished. And how he was punished? By dying. Now this is the explanation of fifth stanza. Now sixth stanza. Thus I entered and thus I go. In triumphs people have dropped down dead. Paid by the world, what dost thou owe me? God might question. Now instead, it's God shall repay, I am safer so. Here, the patriot is saying how I entered in the town as a hero, and today how I am going back as a villain. How he entered as a hero and how he is leaving as a villain. He is leaving as a disgraced person. Sometimes in happiness, people die. In triumphs, people have dropped down dead means sometimes people die due to excessive happiness. So the patriot says that if he would have died a year ago, if he would have died when he was welcomed by his people and asked God for his reward for doing good deeds here on the earth, at that time, God would have answered, paid by the world, what dost thou owe me? It means that at that time, God would have answered that the world has already paid you. Now, I don't have to pay you anything. But now, as the situation is contrary, the patriot has not been rewarded by the people for his hard work and his good deeds. So today he is feeling safe in going in God's hands, and he says that God will surely repay me for my good deeds. This shows that this person is an optimist. He has not done anything wrong, and that's why he said that God will surely repay me for my good deeds. So this was the explanation of this poem, and thank you for watching, and please like, share and subscribe the channel.